Yeah.
Oh, girl!
What, Julie?
Your kitty cat smell rotten. Smell like rotten fish, girl.
That's not me.
That's you.
No way.
That's you. Your man don't say nothing when he go down there.
No. He don't go down there, though.
That's why he don't go down there, girl, because he scared you.
Is it that bad for real?
Girl, close your leg. Please close your leg. Girl, I cannot do you today. You're going to have to go to the doctor and get this. Girl, something wrong with that kitty cat.
Oh my
that is
gosh.
a broken kitty cat right there, girl.
I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Girl, I can't. Okay, I can't. I don't know if that video is real, but whatever the case may be, we're going to use it to learn. Okay, I'm going to tell you really quickly and simply how to keep it nice, clean, and classy down there. Okay, always assuming there's no disease process. If you have an infection, if you have a strong odor, fishy odor, have discharge, is itchy, is irritated, there might be some infection. Please go to the doctor and get it treated immediately. But assuming everything is okay, there's no disease, that area, if not taken care of, it will smell. A lot of things are happening down there, okay? So I'm going to let you know how to keep it clean always. And still, the most important thing is to maintain the pH, because once the pH is off, you can easily get infection, because either one bacteria will overgrow or fungus will overgrow. The first thing to keep it clean when you cleanse, to use a pH balancing cleanser. This is a fragrance-free pH balancing cleansing wash. It's free from dyes and parabens, and it has all these wonderful things. I'm going to link this product. It also removes odor. I'm going to link this in the comment section, so if you want to order it, you can go straight and order it from this video, okay? But that is a game changer. That's the first thing I want to introduce. So you want to make sure you're gently cleaning that area twice a day, preferably in the morning and at night, and sometimes even in the afternoon. Just clean it as much as you need to. Even after you do number 2, sometimes, if possible, you need to wash. Use water, okay? And there are a few things you can do to make sure that area stays nice and smelling nice. It's not supposed to smell like strawberries or smell like scent. No, that area is very delicate and sensitive, so you want to be very mindful. But it's supposed to smell clean and natural. Okay, so make sure you're not wearing wet underwear. After you go working out, when you come back, remove that underwear immediately. Don't wear wet underwear walking around. It can throw off the pH, okay? Another thing is wear cotton underwear. Cotton underwear gives it opportunity to breathe. It allows air in, okay? That area doesn't like to be smothered. It likes air. So cotton underwear is very good for you. I know there's these thorns and this and that, but be mindful and be careful with those, because you can easily disrupt that area. Another thing is, if you believe in shaving, feel free to shave. Okay, you don't need hair that will be trapping things, trapping odor and making that area to not be clean. So unless you don't believe in shaving, shave. Get you a nice female shaving equipment. Don't just use anything to shave down there, because you can start getting ingrown hair and things like that. Use what is appropriate for that area. Okay, then another thing you can do is, from inside out, what you eat matters. Believe it or not, what you eat affects your skin, your eyes, your mouth, down there as well. So make sure that you're eating healthy, you're drinking enough water. Vegetables are very important, but let's assume you're not getting all the nutrients you need and you need to supplement, and it's okay with you and your doctor, because whenever I mention supplement, I will always tell you to check with your doctor, just to be on the safe side, okay? Even though it's generally okay to use, I will recommend chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is what makes all the plants, all the leaves, what makes it green is the compound called chlorophyll. That compound, it now comes in a capsule where they sell it as vitamin. You can start taking it if you're not getting enough vegetables. Another thing is probiotic. Girl, if you're not taking probiotic, what are you doing with your life? Probiotic is just good bacteria. So it kind of gives your system enough good bacteria so the bad bacteria doesn't overwhelm and overgrow and start causing trouble. I know we've done a lot in this channel about bacteria, oral biome, body biome, and how it works. So probiotic is very good to keep that area the way it's supposed to be. And finally, don't go opening it to everybody you see. Yeah, give it its respect, okay? Yeah. That's it. Thank you all for watching. Till next time, may God bless you. Bye.